Hello dear children, I hope you all are doing fine and studying at home properly, watching all the videos very carefully. So, starting with the new topic today, Newton's second law of motion. But before that, we will revise what we studied in the last video. I told you what is momentum. Momentum is represented by P and it is the product of mass and velocity. It is a vector quantity and the unit is kg meter per second. This is what we studied in the last class about momentum. Now one more thing, if there is a body moving with velocity u, then its velocity becomes v in time t. So there is a change in velocity. So if I ask you what is the momentum at this instant, you will say it is initial momentum m into u. And if I ask you what is the momentum at this point, you will say the final momentum is mass into v. So that means there is a change in momentum and that change in momentum is represented by delta p and it will be final momentum minus initial momentum. So this can be written as mv minus mu, and if I take m out, it will become mv minus u. So this is the change in momentum. Is that clear to you all? Now, this is what we studied in the previous class. भी बॉडी होगा, बॉडी होगी तो उसकी दो नेचुरल स्टेट होगी, रेस्ट की या फिर यूनिफॉर्म वेलोसिटी की. Is that clear? What it means that if no force is acting on a body, so it will either remain at rest or if it is moving, it will move with uniform velocity. ये हमारा न्यूटन्स फर्स्ट लॉ कहता है, ठीक है. So and if some force is acting on a body, then this natural state will change. Consider an example. Let there be a body of mass 100 kgs lying here. Now a boy comes and he wants to push this box. He applies some force on the box, but he is unable to move this box. Seeing this, his friend joins him and both of them they start pushing this box. When both of them start applying the force, this box starts moving. तो ये box क्या होता है, थोड़ा move करना start करता है. Now seeing this, two more friends join them. Now four of them they start pushing this box. So there will be a more change in the state of motion of this box. Okay. So can I say that change in state of motion of the box is directly proportional to the force applied. जितना ज़्यादा फोर्स बढ़ता जाएगा उतना ही ज़्यादा इस बॉक्स में मोशन होता जाएगा या मूवमेंट होता जाएगा. तो कैन आई से दिस चेंज इन स्टेट ऑफ मोशन is directly proportional to force. Now this change in state of motion is what? Change in velocity. रेस्ट पे था, फोर्स लगा, कुछ वेलोसिटी गेन हुई और फोर्स लगा और वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज हुई. So this change in state of motion can be written as change in velocity is directly proportional to force. Is that clear? Now if there is a change in velocity, there is a change in momentum. Yes. तो जितना अगर एक बॉडी है उसका मास तो फिक्स्ड ही है, तो जैसे जैसे उसकी वेलोसिटी में चेंज आता जाएगा, जितना चेंज वेलोसिटी में आता जाएगा, देखिए यहाँ पे हमें पता है मोमेंटम क्या होता है, चेंज इन मोमेंटम क्या होता है, mv माइनस mu. So more the change in velocity, more will be the change in momentum. So can I write like this? Change in velocity means change in momentum is directly proportional to force. So change in momentum is directly proportional to force. Also note one thing here, change in momentum is directly proportional to the time for which the force is applied. क्यों? जितनी ज़्यादा देर के लिए कि फोर्स लगाते जाएंगे उतना ज़्यादा क्या होगा, चेंज इन मोमेंटम आता जाएगा. Is that clear? More the force, more is the change in momentum, and this change in momentum will be more if the time for which the force applied is more. That means as the time, जितना ज़्यादा देर के लिए फोर्स लगेगा उतना ही ज़्यादा मोमेंटम में चेंज आएगा, ठीक है। नाउ इफ आई कंबाइन दीज टू इक्वेशंस फ्रॉम 1 and 2, what are we getting? From equation number 1 and 2, can I say change in momentum is directly proportional to force into time for which the force is applied. If I combine these two, change in momentum is directly proportional to force into time. Now, if I bring time on this side, this will become change in momentum. Change in momentum upon time is directly proportional to force. Is that clear? And this is your Newton's second law of motion. What does it state? That change in momentum per unit time is directly proportional to the force applied. Change in momentum per unit time is directly proportional to the force applied, or it can also be said as, देखिए किसी भी चीज में कितना चेंज आया डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम, उस चेंज को आने में कितना टाइम लगा। तो किसी भी चीज में कितना चेंज आया डिवाइडेड बाय कितनी देर में आया इज कॉल्ड द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ दैट क्वांटिटी। तो यहाँ पे क्या क्वांटिटी है? मोमेंटम। सो चेंज इन मोमेंटम अपॉन टाइम is called the rate of change of momentum. So Newton's second law can be stated as rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied. Now one more thing I want to tell you here, when the boy is applying the force in this direction, तो change in state of motion कौन सी direction में आ रहा था? इसी direction में आ रहा था। Is that clear? When the body applies a force, when this boy was applying a force in this direction, the change in state of motion or the change in state of velocity or the change in momentum was in this direction only. Why? Because the velocity was increasing in this direction only. So one more thing I want to add here, Newton's second law states that the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied and takes place in the direction of the force. ये जो change in momentum होता है ये उसी direction में होता है जिस direction में force apply होता है. It is in line with the direction of force. Is that clear? So this is Newton's second law of motion. If I write it, so this is the statement of Newton's second law of motion. Okay. Now this law is very important. They may ask you, state Newton's second law of motion and give its mathematical formulation. तो ये पूरा क्वेश्चन ऐसे आता है, तो you have to write the statement. अब now ये mathematical formulation क्या होता है? We will see here mathematical formulation. See, now what is Newton's second law? Force is directly proportional to change in momentum upon time taken for that change. ये हमने पढ़ा अभी. Now let there be a body of mass m. मैं शॉर्ट में लिखी हूँ यहाँ पे. Let there be of mass m. Let the initial velocity of that body be u. Let the final velocity of that body be v. Let the time taken for the velocity to become v from u is t. Let the time taken for the velocity to become v from u is t. मतलब velocity u से भी कितनी देर में हुई? t टाइम में हुई. So this equation 1 can be written as force is equal to change in momentum final minus momentum initial upon time. Now what will be momentum final? mv. What will be momentum initial? mu. What will be time? हमने t माना है. Now if I take m common, this will become v minus u upon t. And what is v minus u upon t? From Newton's first equation of motion. From Newton's first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at होता है. तो v minus u upon t को हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? a. Is that clear? This can be written as rate of change of velocity is called what? Acceleration. So this is the mathematical one thing. Sorry, this was not equal to here. It was directly proportional to. So can I say that force is directly proportional to m into a mass into acceleration. Okay, now if I in SI units, SI unit, if I have to remove this proportionality symbol, then I must put some constant here. If I have to remove this proportionality, this आपको एक चीज अगर नहीं पता तो मैं बता देती हूँ. अगर मैंने ऐसे लिखा है F is proportional to M, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? F is directly proportional to M. अगर मैंने ऐसे लिखा है F is proportional, just an example, कोई भी क्वांटिटी F is proportional to 1 by m, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? 1 upon m करके लिखा है. इसको कैसे रीड करेंगे? F is inversely proportional to m. और अगर ऐसे कहीं आप देखते हैं तो इसका मीनिंग क्या होगा? F is directly proportional to m. This is just an example. And whenever we have to remove this proportionality symbol, we have to put some constant. इसकी ये क्या होता है? कोई भी constant होता है. So now if I have to remove this proportionality symbol, that means I must put some constant here. So k is any constant and the value of k is 1 in SI units. When we are taking mass in SI unit and a also in SI unit, then the value of k comes out as 1. So this equation becomes F is equal to m into a. So this is one more formula which you have to remember, and you will get the numericals based on this formula. So this is the mathematical formulation of Newton's second law of motion. Is that clear? So ये derivation आपको आ जाता है कई बार. Now if you look here, the SI unit of force is Newton. Okay. Also, if I see this formula, F is equal to m into a. The SI unit of mass is kg, and acceleration is meter per second square. So the another unit of force is kg, meter per second square. Now if mass is 1 kg, look here, 1 newton कितना होगा? 1 newton is equal to 1 kg into 1 meter per second square. Okay, I repeat here. From this formula, I got F is equal to m into a. SI unit of force is Newton. It was named after Sir Isaac Newton only. So SI unit of force is Newton. Now from the formula, हमारे को force की एक और unit मिलती है kg into meter per second square. Now 1 Newton is equal to 1 kg into 1 meter per second square. Can I write it like this? 1 kg meter per second square. So if I ask you what is 1 Newton, so how will you define? 1 Newton is a force. I am writing it here. 1 Newton is a force which is required to produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second square in a body of mass 1 kg. So if a force of 1 Newton acts on a body of mass 1 kg, it will produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. Is that clear? So this is all about force. Now what are the applications of Newton's second law of motion? Look here all of you. Newton's second law of motion क्या कहता है? Change in momentum upon time. यही है Newton's second law of motion. Change in momentum upon time. This is Newton's second law of motion. Now have you ever observed that cricketers when they are catching the cricket ball, they lower their hand. देखो जब कभी भी बैट्समैन बॉल को हिट करता है तो बॉल आती है एंड द फील्डर ही ऑब्जर्व्स द बॉल एंड ही ट्राइज टू कैच इट एट अ लोअर हाइट. वो जितना हाथ नीचे कर सकता है उतना हाथ नीचे करके उसको कैच करता है. व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड इट? इसमें वो ऐसा क्यों करता है जिससे उसके हाथ में चोट ना लगे, सो दैट हिज हैंड it does not get injured. अब ऐसा उसने ऐसा क्यों किया, ऐसा क्या हुआ कि हाथ लोअर करने पे उसका हैंड में इंजरी नहीं हुई. It is because you can apply Newton's second law to explain this concept. See, क्रिकेटर ने बॉल को हिट किया, उसने एक वेलोसिटी दे दी, and when the fielder will catch the ball, the final velocity will become 0. तो जो change in momentum आना है वो तो आएगा ही, कैच करने पे वेलोसिटी 0 होगी ही, और बैट्समैन ने जितनी वेलोसिटी से हिट करा है वो भी उतनी ही रहनी है. That is not in fielder's hand. Okay, now when he lowers his hand, he increases the time taken to catch the ball. जितनी देर में जाके वो कैच करेगा उतना ही ज़्यादा क्या होगा, ये वाली चीज़ इंक्रीज हो जाएगी. डिनोमिनेटर जितना इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ये तो फिक्स्ड है, मोमेंटम में जितना चेंज आना है वो तो आना ही है. बट व्हेन ही लोअर्स हिज हैंड, he increases the time to catch the ball, and when the time increases, the force decreases. Why? Because the force is inversely proportional to time. When the time increases, the force decreases. Okay, so when he lowers his hand, he increases the time to catch the ball, and hence a lesser force is exerted on his hand while catching the ball, and this prevents him from injury. Similarly, many of you are athletes also. This gymnastic में जाते हैं आप लोग, gymnasts हैं. So you must be knowing when you are running and when you jump, you are provided with cushions. So why you people are provided with cushions? So that when you fall, since वो क्या होता है, cushion is soft. So when you fall on the cushion, the velocity does not become 0 all of a sudden. Velocity एकदम से 0 नहीं होती है. The time taken for the velocity to become 0 increases, and when this time increases, the force decreases. आप लोगों ने जो बड़ी बड़ी गेम्स होते हैं उसमें देखा होगा, when they jump, तो वो एक ऐसे कुशन पे गिरते हैं जिसमें वो काफ़ी देर तक ऐसे हिलते रहते हैं. दैट मीन्स वेलोसिटी एकदम से 0 नहीं हुई. और वेलोसिटी एकदम से 0 नहीं हुई, थोड़ी देर के बाद जाके 0 हुई, तो ये टाइम बढ़ने के कारण फोर्स is reduced and the athlete is prevented from the injury. Similarly, the seat belts are provided in the cars. It is because the seat belt is stretchable. Whenever the brakes are applied suddenly, the car stops all of a sudden. But if you are wearing that stretchable seat belt, what happens? The time taken for the velocity to become 0 increases. जो seat belt होगी, आपके जो sudden motion है उसको slower कर देगी. And if that time increases, आप झटके से आगे आके नहीं लगेगी, कार एकदम झटके से रुकेगी, लेकिन for the time taken for your velocity to become 0 will increase due to that stretchable seat belt, and hence less force is exerted on your body and you are prevented from injury. Is that clear to you all? So this is all about Newton's second law of motion. You may get numericals also based on the formula F is equal to m into A. For example, I'll just take an example. A body of mass 1 kg undergoes an acceleration of 1 meter. Yeah, do it. A body of mass 10 kg कर लो यहाँ पे, undergoes an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. How much force is acting on that body? How much force is acting on the body? तो हम कैसे निकालेंगे फोर्स? We know that F is equal to m into A. What is the mass? 10. What is the acceleration? 1. So what will be the force? 10 Newton. ऐसे भी आ सकता है. A force of 10 Newton acts on a body of mass 10 kg. What is the acceleration? Force given है 10 Newton, mass given है 10 kg. What is the acceleration? So cross multiply, acceleration will be 1 meter per second square. ऐसे भी आ सकता है. A force of 10 Newton acts on a body and it undergoes an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. What is the mass? Again, force पता है, acceleration पता है, हम mass निकालेंगे. So I will share some of the questions based on this formula with you all. I hope you understood today's topic. Do watch all the videos very carefully. Thank you.